Once upon a time, there lived a girl called Nina. Nina and her mother and a man called Omosh lived alone in the jungle. They were the only ones who lived in the scary forest. They lived in a small house that they called home, and in this house they shared so much love, joy, and happiness. Although Omosh was not Nina's biological father, he loved her so much. He would bring her mangoes, which were Nina's favorite fruits, whenever he came back from hunting. After that, he will tell her stories under the moon while Nina's mother Jamila was busy roasting meat. In short, they were a very happy family who valued love and happiness and togetherness. From an early age, Nina was taught by both her mother and Omosh the secrets of the forest. They taught her how to distinguish poisonous from good fruits, how to hunt and set traps, and how to connect with nature so that she would tell when trouble was approaching. Omosh taught her how to defend herself from wild animals using arrows or spears and how to avoid them. And so Nina grew up knowing all the secrets of the jungle. One day, as Nina and her mother were walking in the forest in search of fruits, Nina asked her mother, "Mother, please tell me, where did you come from? Who are your parents?" Her mother replied, "I don't know. I don't have parents, Nina." "But mother, I have parents, you and father, and so you have parents too." Nina's mother looked at her sadly and said, "Let me tell you my story. I don't remember where I am from or who my parents are. All I remember is a young man chasing me saying that he will kill me and the baby that I am carrying. He was someone I loved, your real father, but he wanted to kill us. I don't remember why. And that is when I fell and got hit by a stone on my head and I became unconscious. When I woke up, I found myself in a strange place. I wanted to wake up and run, and that is when Omosh, the man you now call father, smiled at me and told me not to worry because he was not going to hurt me. He explained to me that he found me lying on the ground unconscious and he knew he had to take me to a safe place, otherwise the wild animals would feast on me. Omosh asked me who I was and where I was from, but I couldn't even remember my own name. All I remember is that my lover was chasing after me, claiming to kill me. And that is when Omosh took me in and helped me to deliver my baby. And he has cared for us ever since. Nina felt sad for asking her mother that question. She looked at her mother and said, "Thank you for loving me above all else." After that day, Nina realized how lucky she was to have a loving mother and a caring man who loved her like his own. He accompanied Omosh every single day as he went to hunting and would make him happy with her jokes. One day, Nina's mother and Omosh went in search of fruits and left Nina behind to look after their home. The sun began setting, but they still had not come back home. Nina knew that there was definitely a problem somewhere. She left their home and went in search for them, but she did not see them. Suddenly, she saw her mother and Omosh clothes on the forest path, and she knew what that meant. She remembered how her mother used to tell her, "If you ever find me dead, run away from this forest, cause I believe there is a safe world out there for you, my child." Nina cried silently as she wept over the two people she loved the most. Nina fled away from the jungle, not knowing where the forest path would lead her. As she ran, she listened so as to avoid dangerous wild animals or to kill those who wanted to attack her. By God's grace, she finally reached a place where she saw light from afar. It was already at night, and the light was coming from people's houses. As she approached, she saw big houses and people who looked like her. She was scared, scared that they would kill her, scared that they would hurt her, and scared for her life. But she had no choice. Because of how tired Nina was, she went outside a big house and slept outside there. Suddenly, someone tapped her, and a woman's voice asked, "Who are you? And where are you from? Don't sleep here. It is dangerous out here." Nina woke up and said to her, "I am Nina, and I come from the forest. My parents are dead, so please let me sleep here. I won't hurt you." The woman, who was very kind and caring, welcomed Nina into her home. She showed her a room to sleep in and told her that they will talk in the morning. The next morning, the woman, let's call her Wanja. So Wanja was surprised to find Nina sleeping on the floor. Wanja asked her, "Nina, why are you sleeping on the floor when there is a bed?" Nina replied, "What is a bed? Or is it this thing that is so high? No, I cannot sleep on that thing. I am used to sleeping down with my mama and Omosh." That is when Wanja realized that truly this girl was from the forest. She showed her things around the house and what they were used for. She taught her how to dress for her age, for she had now become a young woman. She taught her to block all the noises from people who made fun of her, calling her jungle girl. She taught her how to be feminine and how to respect herself around men. Wanja became her new mother and her best friend. Wanja taught her a lot of things about this new place and how to dress like a woman and how to be soft, for she was no longer in the forest. And even in all this, Nina kept her mother's memory in her heart. Soon, Nina began to make new friends and interact with people. She began to adapt in this new environment, and people no longer saw her as jungle girl but one of their own. She perfected a skill in braiding people's hair, and everyone came to her for braiding because she was the best at it. After some time, Nina attracted a very handsome man called Juma, who she got married to in a big ceremony. She was lucky to find a man who loved her and appreciated her every single day. So, what's the moral lesson? This story teaches us that change can happen in any stage of our lives. We should learn to embrace change even if we are faced with the fear of the unknown. Anyway, guys, that was it for today's story. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and please give it a like if you do. I hope to see you in my next video. Kwaheri.